watch, you better rock a tech. You want the chain, you better cop a vest. You want the check, but can you make it stretch?
Welcome to Root Zones, bringing you the good news and the bad news of crypto. My name is Wayne.
And my name is Manish.
Now, if you like money in crypto, make sure to hit the subscribe button. So today, guys, we're going to talk a bit about massive adoption. A survey that was actually done by Gemini for 2022. It's very interesting stats that I think is very important in this day and age, right? So basically, venture capitalist investments exceeded about 30 billion in crypto and blockchain startup with more than 10.5 billion investment in Q4 of 2021. Now, the cryptocurrency market capitalization also have hit 3 trillion, and Bitcoin has reached an all-time high about 65,000, making the crypto space or the industry as one of the best performing asset class in the last 10 years, right? So Gemini have surveyed about 30,000 adults across 20 countries, as you can see, and it's uncovered some remarkable insights that illustrate things that we need to know about the industry. So the survey explored the awareness of cryptocurrencies, the exchanges, the motivations for owning cryptocurrencies. They also sample a balance between ages 18 to 75 years old, and with a yearly household income of about 14,000 USD or more, right? And some of the figures here, of course, are total adults that refers to this population. Now, the survey was conducted sometime between 23rd of November 2021 to February this year, 2022, and this was conducted by Gemini, and it's a data-driven consulting group. So it's some of the top findings are very important. You have first up was the crypto breakout, right? 41% of the crypto survey was globally purchased for the first time in 2021. More than half of it by owners of Brazil, followed by Hong Kong and India. So these are the top 3 countries for 2022 that has came into the crypto space. They in terms of and this is a global data. Then you have the crypto gender gap may also be narrowing, right? So for the first time, we see about 47% were women globally. So there's a lot of women are also coming in the crypto space. And among these women, some of them are in developing nations that have led the way. 51% is about Israel, right? We have 51% in Indonesia, and we have Nigeria, right? Of course, third of the current crypto owners are women, including the United States, Europe, and Australia. Third point, we have findings based on inflation as the primary driver for crypto adoption. So, of course, 50% of the money across the world has been devaluation, right? That has happened against the US dollars in the last 10 years. And they are more than 5% or 5 times likely to plan to buy crypto in the next coming year. So there's some more adoption that will be coming into this space. Now, of course, we are looking at about 50% devaluation, including South Africa, Mexico, India, Brazil. So, of course, Brazil currency has devalued more than 200%, guys, against the USD, and that's why most of the people are actually coming into this space, mostly from Brazil. We also have crypto regulations as one of the top concerns. So, regulations can be non-owners. About 39% are Asians, 37 Latin America, and 36% Europe, and says that there's some legal uncertainty around the cryptocurrencies. Another barrier to this entry is education. So general response is twice to likely say that more education resources are needed in the crypto space that will help them get the adoption of crypto faster. So compared to recommendations from friends, more than half of respondents are from Latin America, Africa, that says that education resources would make them comfortable in purchasing cryptocurrencies. 44% is mostly in Asia Pacific, and 42% of the survey are in the United States that have also mentioned that. So of course, the crypto, nearly half of them have actually break out. They will first acquire cryptocurrency, as mentioned, more than a year ago within the past year, Brazil, Hong Kong, and India. So Globally, 41% of the respondents said that they are crypto curious. Of course, compared to other regions, 58% says that they are interested in learning about crypto or purchasing crypto in the coming year. So we are looking between 2022 and 2023. Now, other countries are significantly saying that they are also curious. This would include Germany, about 53% of Germans, Colombia, 50%, and UAE. So cryptocurrencies by countries. So you can see some of these adoptions less than 20%, right? We have followed by the highest, which you can see right now, Indonesia, Brazil, UAE, and Singapore also about 30%. This actually gives us some insights into where the money is actually coming in, based on the number of countries that you can see here. Apart from this, also we have the high income ownership in developed nations. So you can see, I will always go from bottom up, right? Because you can see the kind of responded number of high income net worth respondents, in some cases under 100, and therefore cannot be considered statistically. This is more of a sample size, right? So we have France, Germany, and UK, right? So these are among some of the high income developed nations crypto ownership that has trended higher, with 40% from the UK, Germany, and France owning a lot of cryptocurrencies. Next up, we have the adoption in terms of the gender. So this is just to show that it's not a male-dominated gender. In 2022, we'll see the gender gap actually narrows as more women comes into this market, as large majority of the crypto curious amount who plan to purchase crypto for the first time, 47% were among women globally. The age range between 18 to 24, that's about 22%. 17% are aged between 45 to 54, compared to 17 and 14 respectively in 2021. Very interesting numbers here. Of course, mostly if you look at it, most of them are younger, from 18 to 44, with average income that you can see is about 100,000 per annum. So if you look at the younger generation, basically that's why we alone make up about 80% of the crypto space, known as retailers, leaving 10% for institutions and 10% for whales. So of course, looking at the income that they bring in per annum, you know that 80% of us may not even move a needle in the crypto space, and that's why we are actually waiting for institutions to actually, the SEC, right, to actually approve the EFT for Bitcoin spot price, and maybe grayscale kind of money will be able to flow into this very small niche, which is a 1.8 trillion at this point of time. So narrowing the crypto gap diversity, also you can see that the biggest, of course, is white Caucasians, and then we have African Americans, Hispanic, followed by Asia, right? Some barriers that people would not want to come into the space, basically trust, volatility, and security. So of course the top blockers for people coming in is mostly the trust, volatility, security, lack of understanding around how to make purchases or how to store the cryptocurrencies. Now when asked why they haven't even started on the cryptocurrencies, individuals normally spoke about they haven't bought cryptocurrency because they don't trust, and some of them felt that it's even not even backed up by government or any other assets. So you can see that some of the concerns that people will have is that they are worried about volatility, which we in root zones we have spoke about stable currencies that you can actually invest for a certain percentage per annum, so you don't have to worry about price volatility. Then there's some people have talks about security. They have some concerns security, and then also we have even covered that you can actually purchase your cryptos with a cold wallet using the ledger Nano X S, right? And that will prevent any things from actually happening for your tokens. And some of them, they don't even know how to hold cryptocurrencies. So that alone we have covered here in root zone, so you can actually either get in an exchange or a wallet. There's only two places that can happen. Of course, we will cover what kind of exchanges we use personally, or wallets that are either warm or cold, right? Then some of them don't even know how to make purchases in with the cryptocurrencies. Some don't trust the cryptocurrencies, and some don't like the cryptocurrency because they felt that it's not even backed up by other assets. So just to let you know, stable coins is supposed to be pegged to the US dollars. So I'm not too sure if that's something that could help. Maybe just ease a bit of the concerns. So next up, we have education regulations. Also, are the top respondents, right? When you see what if you would make you comfortable, right? Basically, the question is what would make you comfortable on purchasing. So looking from global, US, Europe, Latin America, Asia Pacific, Africa, and Middle East. Some mostly average will say recommendation from friends. Lesser will say recommendation for parents. Uh, Others recommendation from siblings. So seems like the friend recommendation from friends seems higher, right? Recommendation from children lower, right? Blog posts and podcasts seems to be slightly higher, and of course more educational resources on cryptocurrency seems to be the most highest among the across the globe, right? So you can see this will be more education will definitely be the first, followed by blog and podcasts, and last but not least, recommendations from friends. Then we have cryptocurrency also was asked whether this will be a future uh, money for many. Most of them say yes, right? So cryptocurrency is the future of money. You have Latin America, right? Brazil, Colombia, Mexico is about 50%. Middle East, close to 50. Africa, definitely Africa, Nigeria, South Africa, Kenya, a very big
Yeah,
majority
the
of them.
crypto hub. Yeah.
Yeah. North America, about 23%, slightly lower. Asia, of course, Indonesia, India, they are all above 50%, 60. Slightly shocking. Singapore is actually in the 26, Hong Kong, 19%. So Europe, of course, they are averagely in their 20%, right? So they feel that maybe there's other opportunities other than crypto in this space. So devaluation fuels the 2022 intent, right? 50% of the devaluation against the US dollars over the last 10 years. Five times is likely to purchase crypto in the next coming years, right? You can see that Norway is the highest in terms of the devaluation, is about 50%, followed by Denmark. Hong Kong is almost break even. Australia, negative. Singapore, 8.3%. France, negative 29%. Ireland negative, Germany negative, and of course, I think those are South Africa, Mexico, India, and Brazil. Devaluation against the US dollars have significantly dropped. So I think that's why one of the biggest push in Shiba Inu came from India just a couple of months ago, last year. So I think this is something that we have to look in terms of the inflation that's going to happen very soon as the ripple effect. So of course, attitude and behavior, inflation and diversification. Of course, you can see the highest is actually Latin America. So you get a lot of Brazil, South America. They came also from the adoption point of view, right? You can actually see that they are coming. Majority of the crypto owners nearly in every region is owning cryptocurrency. Is a good way to diversify your asset, including more than three, like Latin America has mentioned that. Next up, we have globally seen as a store of value. So you can see that how many felt. Most of them are the dark green is actually buy and hold for long term, and the light green is actively trading, right? So most of them seeing it, Bitcoin especially, as a long term, to buy across all the regions. So let's look at some of the regions finding before we just wrap this up. So region findings in the United States, ownership nearly doubled in 2021. Women are crypto curious, right? About 32% of them are curious. Ownerships of Black American also nearly doubled. Most of them call for education. About 42% of the survey call for education in the crypto space. They also 23% also believe that this will be the future of money and inflation hedge as a store of value. You can see that only 20% of this survey actually bought crypto, and most of them has not bought. So there's this. As the more education comes in, people and more policies, regulations making it safe. I think that's where we will see more adoptions, right? So Europe, of course, ownership across the developed nations, you can see 17% from Europe, including Australia, United States, about 18 to 20%. Crypto, they are also crypto curious, right? About 58% in Ireland, Germany, about 53%. They are also closing in terms of the crypto gender gap, meaning more women is coming into this space from Europe, and a strong 2021 slower adoption ahead for Europe. So next up, we have the Middle East. So Middle East also high adoption. You can see Israel, UAE. Of course, I think we have covered most of the crypto space, especially in Dubai. We have Meta Hero who actually now open up there, and most of the people are actually going there because it's crypto friendly, right? So there's a VC funding potential drivers, right? So you can actually raise capital there. Low adoption among the women in UAE, because mostly men there are actually doing the investments, so it makes sense. High interest in the crypto in UAE, right? So nearly 32% of non-owners in the UAE say they are likely to purchase crypto in the next year. And third, use for crypto in-person purchases, right, for UAE. Next up, we have Africa. So Africa, moderate adoption, right? High intent. You can see South Africa, Kenya, and Nigeria. So of course, Nigeria has more than 2 in 5, 44% interested in buying crypto in the coming year. They trust in crypto because partly compared to the dollar that they have is actually dying, and the desire for education is about 56 of them percent. High accessibility also creates the adoption for everyone in Africa. Next up, we have Asia Pacific. So leaders in adoption, several Asia Pacific markets, including Indonesia, Singapore, and Hong Kong. Indonesia, of course, ranked high globally for adoption and tipping the gender scale. More women in Asia Pacific are investing in cryptocurrencies. So you can see, of course, highest is Indonesia, followed by Singapore, Hong Kong, India, and Australia. And the breakout happened only last year in 2021. Now, cryptocurrency is also seen as a hedge against inflation as far as Asia is concerned. Then next up, we have Latin America. So Latin America, of course, Brazil is the global leader in adoption. Of course, they also, I think, recently has announced that they will be taking up Bitcoin as a legal tender. So they are closing the crypto gender gap right now. Inflation, of course, is one of the big drivers. So they are pushing the Brazilians to actually look for other alternatives for stability of their economy. High trust in cryptocurrencies. Government backing less of a concerns for them because I think they have lost trust in their own government in terms of looking at the dying dollar. And crypto is the future of majority of the Brazil. 66% says that the cryptocurrency is the future of money compared to 23% in the US. So, guys, I ran through a few things. I think it's very important that we see that there is still room for growth, especially where countries are looking for stability in the economy. Bitcoin will be that leader, I think, in the next few years based on the narrative. Of course, myself and Manish, we will change very fast if the narrative of Bitcoin changes. But as of now, keep doing your dollar cost average and keep this trading simple. I'm going to hand over to Manish for the next segment.
Yep, thanks, Vin. The data was really very informative. And today, there are something which wanted to share. Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, XRP, Solana price down. Should you buy the dip? So after a sharp decline in the past week, Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, XRP, Solana, Avalanche, and most other cryptocurrencies are showing additional bearish momentum this Sunday. So, with the current state of the market, it is a good idea to buy the dip or should trade wait longer before deciding to take advantage of the situation. So, after the Fed announcement last week about increasing the interest rate, the stock market experienced its worst day this year. Significant stock like Tesla, Nvidia, and Apple dropped by over 5% in a single day on May 5th. Since Bitcoin has been following the stock market movement, it is also dropped by over 9% in a single day to a low of 36,250. So because other cryptocurrency closely following Bitcoin price movement, this create a domino effect where most altcoins like Ethereum, BNB, XRP, Solana, and Avalanche also saw a significant price decline in the range of 5 to 10%. So, according to the coin market cap on the May 5th, the global cryptocurrency market capitalizations dropped significantly from the high of 1.8 trillion to a low of 1.6 trillion, effective whipping about 200 million in a single day, a market cap drop of over 12% in a single day. So, with the return turns of the event from stock and a cryptocurrency market, the common question is, should I buy the dip? So, what is buying the dip? As the suggestions suggest, buying a dip is precisely that purchasing a stock or an assets after a sharp market decline, hoping to take advantage of an upcoming rebound. So it's worth nothing that buying the dip work much better in a bull market, whereas dip often occurs where continuing the bullish momentum. In addition, buying the dip is a promising strategy when a trend reversal is on the horizon, with the current dip spelling a potential market bottom. So, unfortunately, the cryptocurrencies and stock markets are currently in a bearish cycle. While a rebound may occur, the overall trend is bearish, especially for the Bitcoin and crypto assets. So, should you buy the dip? A sudden trend reversal next week is improbable with the current market conditions. So, Bitcoin and other major cryptocurrencies still need time to find a support level, potentially decouple from the stock market price actions and gain additional momentum in trading volume to start their bullish run. So buying dip work much better for asset in a bullish market, and in this case, since we are a bearish cycle, a better alternative is dollar cost average. So just investing a huge will not work, guys. So suppose you are looking to a position on a Bitcoin and a cryptocurrency. In that case, the best options to set aside a certain amount per month and slowly accumulate any top cryptocurrencies like a Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, XRP, Solana, Avalanche, etc. So by utilizing a dollar cost averaging investment strategy, you can take advantage of the bear market without being too psychologically involved, making your investments less stressful and creating a stronger position. So after all dreadful bearish period, buy short and significant bullish cycle, pushing cryptocurrency up to 5 to 10x in a matter of 1 or 2 months. So dollar cost averaging will lower the overall cost basic for your investment. The slow accumulations period will ensure that you are won't fall a victim to entering the market at the wrong time. So for all we know, cryptocurrency may continue their bearish sideway trending for the next few months. So if you are deciding to buy the dip, investing all your capital right now, you may be risking entry at a relatively high price. So it wouldn't be surprise for a Bitcoin to dip below the 30K mark this month before attempting to establish support and reversing its trend. So of course, the dollar cost average is the powerful method when it comes this kind of situations where the trends are bearish. So yeah, you can adopt this dollar cost averaging, and this is what we following these days on the top altcoins, and you can further do your investment. You can continue doing the investment. So of course, the last disclaimer, this is not a trading and investment advice. Always do your own research before buying any cryptocurrencies. So yeah, that's all for the side. Let's check what is happening in the market side.
Yeah, thanks, Manish. So guys, fear and greed index 18. Normally we keep eyes. It actually dropped below 20. Not always easy to drop below 20. The lowest it had ever been in the last 1 year that we have observed, mostly 10. So at 10, that's the best time to actually look for a great price to actually get in. So of course a bloodbath on the over the weekend. And let's look at the top 10 coins based on Luna Crush. We have Quack, Algorand, Axie Infinity, Tether, The Graph, Manchester City, Curve, Flux, Baby Dodge, Quack, and FEG is the top 10. Looking at the SP 500, right, where Manish has pointed out that this thing has effects on the crypto space. You can actually see a 15% drop. Still not too bad considering that it has been on a very for uptrend since the early 2009. You can see very high. So the boom was there. So this it almost looks like a most likely a market correction in recession. So not too bad. Of course, the US dollars is strong, hitting at 103. But when you look at the total market cap on the monthly indicator, you can see we are down by 1.5 almost when we first started in the early 2021, right? From 2020 September, we had this massive, beautiful run up. Now we are like coming back down. So if you miss the run, maybe you are actually halfway there to get in at a cheaper price. So looking at Bitcoin right now, of course, we are down now at 34,000. A little bit more, we would hit its low of maybe about 29,000. That's another few more percentage. We'll be looking at another 13% drop before it hits about 29,000. And then hopefully not lower than that. And we'll look for it to actually recover. And a recession, of course, we are halfway there, guys. It will be estimated between 6 to 9 months from now. So that's all I have. I'm going to hand over back to Manish for the tweet of the day.
Yeah, so today, the fear and greed index is reported extremely fair. I think you have seen and already cover that, and we are expecting the Bitcoin support level. Probably it would reach 30,000 mark or 29,000 mark in next couple of weeks, or probably by the end of this month. So that's all we have it for today. See you guys tomorrow. Till then, take care. Bye.
Take care, guys.
Diamonds on your neck, bet they on your neck. You want that watch, you better rock it tech. You want the chain, you better cop a vest. You want the check, but can you make it stretch?